Hi guys. I am really and truly running out of things to say. So if anybody has any questions or comments that they want to make or discussions that they want to start, it'd be appreciated. I had another difficult weekend. We finally bought some electric scooters so that we can have something to do that's somewhat enjoyable. No, it is enjoyable, but just living basically paycheck to paycheck just hasn't we haven't had a lot of success with me wanting to be alive, stay here, I guess. And thinking back on the past times that I have maybe felt some joy, there was usually water involved, or there was a factor of speed. And I don't know, after having that discussion, we decided that maybe we should invest in some electric scooters because maybe that was something that we could do. And only after a few days of having this scooter, I had this horrible crash. I still have some wounds, like I had them on my face. I don't know if you can still see them on my face, but they're all down my leg, on my hip bone. And I can't entirely tell you why this keeps happening, except for I think that when we go through trauma, we have subconscious beliefs going on. It was very interesting for me to experience this again after, everything that I've done. I've had a lot of like freak accidents or just hurting myself just so often that it was unbelievable. And yes, I have always been kind of clumsy too, but there's some sort of disconnect that happens when we are sexually abused or raped. There's a disassociation with our bodies that can cause some of this clumsiness. And sometimes it has to do with shame and guilt, which is what kind of happened, what came up again this time. So I was riding with my husband Friday night on our scooters, and I just looked over my shoulder, and I looked over my shoulder many times, but this time I looked over my shoulder just looking at some pretty rocks, and I look back and my bike or my scooter goes off the trail, and I go flying into a bush at like 20 to 25 miles per hour. And the first thought that I had as I was like assessing my situation, I didn't cry. I just remember the thought coming that I wished it had been worse. And I didn't wish it had been worse so that I could die, which has been the case in the past, but because I felt like I deserved worse. And that, I just wanted to talk about that because I feel like so often when we're sexually abused as children especially, but I think all ages, we have a certain set of beliefs that are basically injected into us like a disease. And if you start to see some of these these thought patterns and these accidents, and for me it was unconscious self-harm. Like I'd be unconsciously hurting myself and not really even being aware of it until later, and just kind of wondering why I behaved that way and other girls my age didn't. So still working on that. The subconscious beliefs are super hard sometimes, but tapping has helped a lot, EFT, And those plant-based medicines like psilocybin and iboga have helped me a lot. And just the ability to stop myself in my tracks and say, wait, hold up, where'd that thought come from? Because I don't think I deserve worse of a crash. I don't think I deserve all of these accidents that keep happening. I don't know, we just keep working on it and realize that it's a symptom of the abuse. And then we can handle it better that way. Bye.